Hello everyone, and welcome back to Catharsis Inc. So this is going to be part 2 of our Halloween DIY, and I'm super excited about this. So for this one, we are going to be using the Wicked Witch wooden words from Michaels, the DIY stickers from Dollar Tree, the wooden bat from Dollar Tree, the metal witch's hat from Dollar Tree, the ceramic, I don't know, I was trying to figure out if it's maybe a scarecrow or a witch, and I'm thinking it's actually a scarecrow, so I'm a little bummed about that, but I do have an idea for it, which I'll show you in a second here. And then, of course, this beautiful wooden stacked cauldron decor, and this is from Michaels as well. So to get started, I'm going to go ahead and paint some things black. So I'm going to be painting this metal hat black. For this, I'm just going to be using the word witch, and I'll save wicked for a different project. I'm also going to be painting the bat black, and then of course this cauldron piece is going to be black as well. And for time restraints, I'm just going to be using standard black spray paint. But for this little thing, I had something in mind. I did some drawings. Now, I'm not the best drawer, but I wanted to see, how certain colors looked, because I knew I didn't want to do like the standard green face and black hair and stuff. So I did this little drawing, and of course it definitely looks more like a scarecrow because of the triangle nose and the derpy little mouth here. So instead of that, oh, thank you, Wind, for flipping my page for me. Instead of doing that, I've sketched something up. I'm going to use the back of this as my central point. So I'm going to be using some air dry clay, but I'm going to be painting the back, okay? And then I'm going to use some air dry clay to flatten this face out. We're not going to be able to see it anyway because, of course, I'm going to have it facing this way. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach one of the Dollar Tree's brooms. So it's going to look like the back of a witch, and it's going to look like she's holding a broom. So I thought that'd be a really fun idea. I've never worked with air dry clay before, so this is going to be an experience. But I thought it'd be really neat to try out, so I thought I'd do it with you all. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll first start by painting all these different things. So I went ahead and took the string off of the hat and the bat because I'll be utilizing a different ribbon for that. And then you see how this part sticks out here? So I don't get the string all blackened from the paint. I'm going to slide a piece of cardboard up underneath there. So I'm only painting the cauldron. And the paint I'm going to be using is from Walmart, and it's just this Color Place spray paint and just the regular black color. So I'm going to let these dry, and I think I'm going to go ahead and start working on the witch. So I've never worked with air dry clay before. I've actually never worked with any type of clay before. So when I found this at Dollar Tree in their Crafter's Square section, it intrigued me. So I want to try to work with it with this scarecrow slash witch. I definitely think it's more of a scarecrow after drawing it out and coloring it. So I'm just going to use the air dry clay to smooth out this section because we're not going to see it anyway. I'm going to paint over the whole thing, but this is going to be our focal point, this side here. And then within the air dry clay, I'm going to put one of these brooms that I got from the Dollar Tree's Crafter Square as well. So I'll just show you how it'll look like. But I'm going to put the broom inside the air dry clay, so it'll look as though the witch is holding the broom. And I'll probably trim some of this off. Like, I'll probably trim it off to like there, and then of course the bottom here, I'll trim that off as well. So let's go ahead and start working with the air dry clay on the front of the face here. And I'm not sure how quick this dries. I know I've heard maybe like 30 minutes or something like that, so you have to really work with it quick. And I'm not sure how much to use, so we're just gonna wing it. I don't even have any special type of tools or anything like that, so I'm not sure how this is gonna go. Obviously, since this is gonna be the back of the witch, you know, it's not gonna be that prudent that it's perfect. We just kind of want a flat surface just to cover up that face. Alright, so let me seal that back up. And then I brought this stroll out. I wasn't sure if that would help us roll this out or not, to make it smooth. And I want to make sure that you're not going to be able to see any lumps when you're looking at it straight on. So I really want to flatten out the sides here. And of course I want to keep the clay underneath the hat. Okay, so while this is still wet, I want to take the broom and stick it inside there so it can dry with the broom inside. So I have some floral cutters here I'm going to utilize to trim some of this down. And then I'm just going to place the broom inside the clay, like so. I'm not sure how to get rid of these cracks. I'm a little worried that that might affect it when it starts to dry. I do have some water out here, so maybe I could just try to smooth it out with some water. It does look like it's kind of working. Professional clay makers are probably having a fit right now watching this video. If they are watching this video, they're probably like, oh no, don't do that. But like I said, I'm an amateur. I've never done this before, so I am just winging it and hoping for the best. And of course, we're going to paint this, so don't worry that the clay is brown. It's all going to be painted in the end. I really like trying out new mediums, even if it scares me, because, you know, I never know what I'm going to like and if I'm going to be good at something. So at least give it a try one time and see if I like it. And if it don't turn out good, well, that's okay, because I have other things that I like doing and can go back to. But working with clay seems to be really relaxing. I think I'd like to try some pottery making at one point. I think that would be really fun and relaxing as well. Alright, so I'm just going to get a paper towel and clean this up a little bit and then just set it out to dry. and then we'll come back and see how it looks. So the next DIY is a lot simpler than messing with the clay, but we're gonna take our painted witch word and some DIY stickers from Dollar Tree. And I really like these 3D stickers because they actually come with the adhesive already on the back. So that's really nice. So for this one, I want to use the witch sticker here. And I'm just gonna put that on top of the eye. And I really like the black on black. It's really sleek. And just with her 3D effect, I think that's really cute. And then I'm also going to take some of these adhesive magnets and put them on the back of this. And then this will make for a really cute decor for your front door, if your front door is metal, your fridge, your dishwasher, or even if you have a magnetic whiteboard, I think it'd be really cute for your office as well. Okay, so for the last 3 items, I'm going to be using my Cricut. So I'm going to start off with this thing, and I've made some decals that I want to use, and I thought it would be fun to use a pun saying for the bat. So I've constructed one that says batshit crazy. And I'm going to be using Dollar Tree's iridescent vinyl paper. I thought that would look pretty. So I have it set up in the Cricut, and I'm going to go ahead and print that out. So I'm not too happy with Dollar Tree's vinyl paper, at least not this iridescent one. As you can see, my Cricut is thoroughly tearing up the vinyl, and I've even adjusted the setting multiple times. I have it on its lowest setting for paper instead of vinyl, so it's a thicker material and it's still tearing it up. So I think I'm gonna use some vinyl that I picked up at Michael's, which is unfortunate because I don't have the iridescent color from Michael's, but gotta do what we gotta do, so let's do it. Okay, so I found a metallic gold in my stash, so I'm gonna go with that. Now on the back of the Dollar Tree box, it does say ready to load material for long continuous cuts. So maybe that's why it wasn't working that well, because mine were shorter and more abrupt. So maybe that's why. I will give Dollar Tree the benefit of the doubt. But let's go ahead and try this gold out and see how it does. Yay! I'm so excited. It worked. Alrighty, so now let's put it on our bat. Okay, so I got all the excess off, and now I'm going to be using transfer tape to adhere it to the transfer tape and then onto the bat. And then the last thing I wanted to do for the bat was add some embellishments. So I pulled out these DIY stickers again, and I thought it would be cute to add these bats. But first I want to paint them gold, and I'm just going to be using this Crafter's Square glass writer in metallic gold. And even though it says glass, I'm hoping that it'll work on wood. So I'm just going to color over the bats. And I just wanted to let you know that if you don't have a Cricut or any type of vinyl cutter, that's okay. You can actually still do this bat. Keep in mind that the Dollar Tree has stencil letters you can use. You can also use Dollar Tree's alphabet letters as well. So don't think that you can't do this project just because you don't have a Cricut, because anything is possible, and Dollar Tree has given us a lot of tools to use. So keep that in mind and don't get discouraged. This seems to be working out pretty good. So that's good to know that these glass markers actually work on wood as well. Okay, so now that I got those colored, I'm just going to go ahead and remember these have the self-adhesive on, so I'm just going to go ahead and stick them right on there. Okay, and the last step I want to do is I want to add some ribbon to the hole here where we cut off the twine. So I found this really pretty white ribbon with gold accents. And I really like the contrast of the white and the black, but also bringing in the gold. I think that'll look really pretty. Okay, and for this, I'm just going to tie a top knot. And there you have it. I think it turned out really cute. I love it. Okay, so now I'm going to take the metal hat that we painted black, and I'm going to use this gorgeous bronze vinyl. And I've made up a saying. It's going to say, "Welcome to the Witch's Cottage." So I'm going to print that out and then put it on the metal hat. I think I'm going to do "Welcome to the," and then "Witch's Cottage." So let's go ahead and print that out. So they look like they turned out really good. I'm really excited. So I'm just going to do the same thing I did with the bat. I'm going to cut these out and then apply them to the transfer paper and then put them on the hat. So let's see what it looks like. So this is what it looks like with the words on. I think it turned out nice. And then I found some sheer black ribbon that I want to use for the little hole here. And I think I want to make a bow at the end. So I think I'll bring it through here. And I need to leave enough in order to make the bow. Okay, so I'll cut the end off here. And then tie the bow. I might go ahead and double knot it. Okay, and then you pull this up, which puts the bow at the bottom here. You can straighten it out. And there we go. I think it turned out really cute. I might put that on my front door. Okay, so now I'm gonna work on this big guy, and originally I was gonna do gold for the lettering, this color here, but I really like the bronze color that I did for the hat, so I think I'm gonna stick with that for the cauldron decor. And for this one, I'm gonna write, it's the season of the witch, so I'm gonna split it up, probably it's the season of the witch or something like that, but I'll cut it out and see about the placement, and then I'll show you guys what I decided on. So this is how the cauldron decor turned out. I think it turned out really nice, and to be honest, I think it's my favorite DIY yet this year. I absolutely love it. I think the bronze looks really good on it. But yeah, super excited about this one. So it's been about 24 hours since our clay project here. And as you can see, there is a little bit of cracking. And then down here and over here. But I think it's still stable enough to stay on there and hold the broom up. So I'm not too worried about it. Like I said, this is going to be the back of the piece. And then this is going to be the focal point. I also was playing around, and I did make something else here. I attempted to make a cauldron with some brooms hanging out of it. And I think I might turn this into a magnet. Now there was some cracking on the back here, but obviously you're not going to see that. So my goal here is to paint this black, of course, and paint the majority of this black. Now I am gonna do the rim in green, I believe, and then everything else is gonna be black besides this little ruffle. I think I might do the ruffle in, I don't know, I was thinking either green and white or maybe purple, so I have to decide on that. But in the meantime, I want to trim these brooms down. So I think, let me just do it to here once and see what it looks like. And then if I think we need it shorter, then I will. Man, these are some, oh no. So it wasn't strong enough. Oh no. Well, I can always glue it on there, I guess. Dang it. Okay. Yeah, we'll just glue it on there. That stinks. So this is how the witch turned out. I think she turned out pretty cute. Now, of course, the back side is not pretty cute. But like I said, nobody's gonna see that. You know, she's gonna be flipped around. And I did end up gluing the clay back on because, as you saw, it fell off. So I used super glue cement for that, so hopefully that won't come off anymore. And as you see, I gave her red hair and then decided on a green band with the green ruffles, and I think she's really cute. So this ended up being too heavy to put magnets on. I did try, and the glue just didn't want to stick to the clay. And then, of course, in order for it to stay on the fridge, I would have had to put probably about 4 magnets on there. So I'm just going to stand it up against something like my hutch like this, and it'll just serve as like a knick-knack or fill-in piece or something like that. It's not the best, obviously. I've never worked with clay before, but, you know, it's a cute idea for what it is. And if you work with clay, I'm sure you could definitely make something a lot better than this. But that is my entire Halloween DIY craft video part 2. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, give this video a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye.